Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Keith here from Cmon the Hoops Celtic. This is your first time coming across the channel. If you could subscribe, we're on the road to 7k, so every sub will be appreciated. Thumbs up or a comment below will be class. Don't mind the mustache and the soul patch. I'm doing it for November for work, so gotta represent. I've been sick all week, folks. I've been dying with a chest infection. I don't have COVID-19, thank God. So I'm back to talk about the big game tomorrow against St Johnstone. 5:15 kick-off at Hampden Park. Angela's first semi-final at Hampden. A few of the players that was brought in during the summer, their first taste of Hampden as well. Look, it's a shithole, we all know it. But Celtic fans will be there tomorrow. Our players will wear the iconic number 10 on their shorts as well, to remember the great old Bertie Auld, the man himself, the legend himself, the Lisbon Lion, the man that I paid tributes to last week on the channel. It was a hard video to do, it really was. The videos this week, someone that's doing the rounds, it's been hard to watch. You know, there's been a couple of tears. Celtic fans have paid their condolences, and other fans of the football world have paid their condolences outside Celtic Park to remember Bertie. A legend in himself. He's inspired a lot of people in the game, especially young players that came through the system. He inspired them stories, them function rooms, the whole thing. He's been a phenomenal man. What a legend. What a legend for the club. He ran that midfield, you know, he was part of this success. He was a part of that grand old team, that tunnel talk, that tunnel song. He was a part of it. But we'll remember Bertie. I'm sure the Green Brigade and other organisations tomorrow will, in the East Stand, will obviously do a nice tribute for Bertie, and it will be really welcoming. But it's been a mad week. We've had the AGM this week, and a lot of Celtic fans weren't satisfied with the way the club's been ran at the moment, the way Ian Banker present himself, Michael Nicholson, and other board members as well. They have no vote of confidence in there that these guys are gonna get this right. We're happy with Ange. You know, I was kind of taken back that Peter Lawwell was a part of the recruitment for Ange, even though there was no recognition or no even appreciation for Dan McCoy that just left Celtic a couple of months ago. So it's a strange place, the boardroom at the moment. I don't think fans have confidence in this board to get it right. But time will tell. They only said one positive last season was win the Scottish Cup, and this is our first time back to Hampden since that heroic quadruple victory against Hearts last December. So going into this game, we're going in a bit of form. 8 games unbeaten in all competitions, a couple of European wins in there as well against Ferencváros, getting a couple of away wins as well in the league against Motherwell, Aberdeen, Hibs away, some crucial ones, Dundee away as well before the international break. Well, it looks like we have a squad to pick from. Tom Rogic is a touch and go with Starfelt. They're obviously coming back from their calf injuries. James Forrest is in contention. The likes of Kyogo's in contention. The Scotland lads are on a bit of confidence getting into the playoff rounds of the World Cup. So the likes of Ralston, he made his debut for the senior team the other night at Hampden against Denmark. You know, Callum McGregor's on fire. David Turnbull was part of that squad as well. So that energy will be brought into the Celtic dressing room and onto the pitch, which we need. We're flying at the moment. We're only 4 points behind in the league, but this is a cup that we want to win. You know, this was Win Jansen's cup to start off the heroic season that we had under him. You know, the League Cup 52 years ago, Bertie was the goal scorer to win us that League Cup. And whoever we do play in the final, if it's Rangers or Hibs, it's going to be a tasty one. But let's not take the opposition away from what we have tomorrow. We're playing against the double winners here. They're a good team. They're organised. They're not doing too well this season. A couple of players have gone from the rogues of last season, but they're going to be up for more than we are because they want to maintain this trophy. They want to keep the trophy. So what I'm expecting tomorrow is a sloppy game. I'm expecting a 2-1 victory. So the team I'd put out for tomorrow is Hart and goal. No question about it. He's been on fire. Don't change it. You know, nothing been broken there, so don't change it. Right back would have to be Anthony Ralston. He's on top form. His confidence are going to be striving after getting called into the Scotland squad last minute against Denmark. Make his debut. Stick Ralston in there. He's going to get better and better. Who would have thought he would have been the Lustig replacement? You know, we've obviously went through Frimpong and El Hamid and other players like John Joe Kenny, but Ralston has been consistent and playing for the badge, and he's proved a lot of people wrong. He might get Young Player of the Year, we shall see. Left back has to be Josef Jovanovic. Croatia qualified for the World Cup last week, so congratulations to Croatia. He's going to be on a bit of form as well. Centre backs would have to be, I would go with Welch, and I go with Carter Vickers. I think Welch obviously played for Scotland under 21s the other night, so I think I'll put Welch in there. I think he'd be grand with the likes of Carter Vickers. Julian is still not in contention, unfortunately. So Starfelt is a touch and go, but more likely I'll go with Welch. Defensive midfielder, Nir Beaton. There's no point changing it. I think Nir Beaton will be dominant in there in the midfield battle. So Beaton goes in there with the likes of McGregor and Turnbull. Look, I know Turnbull didn't really play for Scotland much over the international break, but Callum's on fire. He's the captain. He obviously wants to captain the team to a final and win the trophy. So Callum has to play. No brainer. Right wing would have to be James Forrest. I know Liel Abada can play, but it has to be Jamesy. Jamesy has the Hampden experience. Scored a couple of times in the League Cup against Aberdeen and so it has to be James Forrest. On the left has to be Jota. No question about it. Jota's on form. He's doing well. We're all crying for the Christmas present for him to be signed on a permanent deal. But Ange came out this week and said, you know what, let's just assess the options. There's no point jumping into this. We have until the end of the season to make a decision from both parties. I think he's right. I think it's a smart decision because Jota might come up injured. His form might dip. So let's see what happens, and I hope it doesn't. I hope we keep this going a permanent deal at the end of the season. So let's see what happens. Then up front would have to be Kyogo. I know Kyogo was one of the last to come back. He obviously played against Old Man the other night for Japan. Kyogo has to play. Obviously, this is Kyogo's first time playing at Hampden. Carter Vickers, Abada, Jota, these players, these Josef Jovanovic as well. So let's see what happens. There should be enough on the bench. Giakoumakis is injured, so yeah, he might be in contention to be on the bench to even come on. But we're gonna fancy. I'm gonna say 2-1. I think it's gonna be a scrappy game. They're gonna be organised. They're gonna literally park everything behind the ball, and that's the way it is, especially against Celtic. So the goals where I think it's gonna go from, I'm gonna go say Jota, and I'm gonna go James Forrest. I think James Forrest needs that goal to kick his season off with a bit of confidence. I know he scored in other games, but it has to be James Forrest for the goal, for the winner. So let us know what you think. Subscribe to the channel if you can, please. As I said, every little helps, means a lot to me going towards the 7k. So I'll be back tomorrow night to talk about the tribute to Bertie Auld, hopefully the victory, player performances, and if we get to the final, or the opposition for Sunday as well, whoever gets through the other semi-final. So fingers crossed, speak to us all soon, and whoever's going to the game, have a great one. Hell.